Hello. It's that time of the week again. I'm cleaning the house. And I have had a topic on my mind this week. And this word has been thrown around throughout the internet so much all the time. It's, especially me being a skater. I skateboard. The word poser. That word is thrown around so much, man. And I think I finally understand exactly what a poser is. And a lot of people use the word, but they don't use it in the way that they think it's supposed to mean. Like, they just throw it out there like they know what the frick they're talking about. But they don't. They don't know what they're talking about. I guess I'm talking to anybody else who skateboards that watches this video, and anybody who plays video games. I'm talking to two different groups of people right now. And of course, I know a lot of skaters that do both. What exactly is a poser? When it comes to skateboarding, right? Like I know people use that word in a joking manner most of the time. Most of the time. Like, I've heard skaters, and this is typically skaters who, know how to street skate. They know how to pop an ollie. They know how to do kick flips and grind rails and all that stuff, stuff Rodney Mullen would do. If you don't know who Rodney Mullen is, look him up. But what's funny about that is I think people kind of forget that skateboarding started somewhere. This is the same thing with video games, though. People forget where video games started. Like, both of those activities have become very cutthroat, very competitive. Like, people feel like they gotta prove themselves and all that. And it's like, and then if you don't prove yourself, you got these tryhards that'll call you a poser when you don't know how to do this or do that, or you're not good at this, or you're not good at that. And it's like, dude, that's not what being a poser is. I'm gonna make something very clear to you right now. To any skater that watches this freaking video, if you can get on a board and ride the freaking board willy-nilly, and it's fun to you, bam, skater, you're a skater. Simple as that. If you want to learn how to pop ollies and do kickflips, that's great. That's awesome. I still try to do that. I still try to do tricks. I gotta be careful though. I got back into skating way too freaking late. I wish I did it earlier, but it was just a lot of circumstances. But now these days, I gotta be careful. So I can't be doing all crazy tricks and stuff, especially with the line of work I'm in. I gotta be able to go to work. I can't be breaking my freaking limbs trying to do kickflips and crap like that over gaps, and I can't be doing that as much as I would like to do it. So I gotta be careful. I be cruising most of the time, but I still go to the skate park. I still try things. Just because you can't do an ollie, you can't do a kickflip, don't make you a poser. If you get on the board and you enjoy it, you're not a poser. You're a skater. Simple. It's as simple as that. A lot of skaters forget there was a time where kickflips and ollies didn't freaking exist. They didn't. Did you forget that? Same with gaming. I knew a guy. He swears to this day he's the best. Nigga didn't even know that video games were made in a lab. Number one. Number two, you didn't even know video games weren't always competitive. Like, you gotta know your history. If you're gonna get into stuff like this, you gotta know your history. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a freaking moron. What makes a gamer not a poser? They play games. They play freaking video games. I don't care if it's Candy Crush, really. I really don't care. You play it a lot, you like it, okay, great. Awesome. Like I nobody should care. Like I said, I don't even like the PS5 as a console this generation. If you like the PS5, that's great. You play video games, that's great. You're a gamer. It's that simple. You skate, you get on the board and skate, you're a skater. But people just like to, people like to like I said, tryhards. You don't need to be a tryhard, man. You don't need to put others down to make yourself look nice. That's what a lot of people do. Those people, I think, are the real posers, because they don't know what the frick they're talking about most of the time. They don't. So if anybody does call you that, but like, don't. What you shouldn't do though is don't feel like you need to impress anybody, because then that also makes you a poser. Don't feel like you need to impress anybody. Tell people what they want to hear, and then you got nothing to show for it. Don't do that. Don't do that either. Because that's also what makes a poser a poser. Bottom line is, if you like it and you actually do it, okay. You're golden. And people got to stop throwing that word around so much, though. They throw it around and it destroys the meaning of what it actually is. And it's just like when people use the word woke. Like that word is used in the manner it doesn't even mean anymore, It's freaking ridiculous. But yeah, that's my 2 cents for today. Keep that in mind. Gamers, skaters, keep that in mind. Alright, deuces.